And we begin here with the breaking news, what we know so far on yet another consequential night in America. Another all-important election unfolding tonight. The historic runoff elections for 2 Senate seats from Georgia. This election determining which party controls the Senate and likely to have a major impact on the course of Joe Biden's presidency. The images voters lined up before sunrise this morning in Atlanta after a record early vote of more than 3 million in that state. Republican David Perdue fighting for a second term, challenged by Democrat Jon Ossoff, and Republican Kelly Loeffler, who was appointed to her seat against Democratic challenger Reverend Raphael Warnock. The bottom line tonight, when it comes to control of the Senate, Democrats needed both of their candidates to win. Then they would have a tie in the Senate, and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris would cast any tie-breaking votes. Republicans needed to win just one of these 2 races to keep control and to check on the Biden presidency. So let's get right to it. What we know so far tonight, and ABC's Steve Osunsami leads us off from Atlanta again tonight.
In Georgia tonight, they are now starting to count the votes and will soon end the national focus all over this one runoff election.
The future of the country is on the ballot here in Georgia today.
Y'all sound like you're ready to win an election.
It is super clear to voters here who are lined up before the polls even open that their decision is bigger than Georgia, that the results will decide if Republicans keep control of the U.S. Senate, allowing them to put a thorn in the president-elect's agenda. At the 11th hour, Joe Biden and the Democrats are saying that what happens here today could determine if Americans get those $2,000 stimulus checks. What do you think
about
this election?
It's a lot. My phone has been vibrating almost. Have you voted? Do you have a voting plan? Have you told 3 friends to vote?
It's insane. Do you think that the 2 Republicans can win?
I hope so. We'll see. I hope democracy does what it does, and the people of Georgia get to decide who's best.
Democrat Jon Ossoff, who's hoping to take the seat of Republican David Perdue, was out late trying to get more of his supporters to the polls.
Georgia voters have never had more power than you have today. That's the reason the whole world is watching us in Georgia.
A constant noisemaker in this election is the President of the United States, who held a rally for the 2 Republicans Monday night. After weeks of saying that the November election in Georgia was rigged, he was here telling supporters to go out and vote anyway. Senator Kelly Loeffler, who's hoping to defeat Democrat Raphael Warnock and is trying to please the president and his supporters, announced that she'll join the group of senators trying to fight the election results.
I will object to the Electoral College vote. That's right.
All of this has put election officials here, who are all Republicans, in a tough spot as they try to convince their voters that this election was safe and secure.
The Secretary wants me to make clear that everybody's vote is going to count.
And they'll be counting those votes right into the night. Let's get right to Steve Osunsami with us from Atlanta. He's been covering this race from the start. And Steve, I know you've been talking to so many voters all day today, and it was not lost on them just how important, how powerful their vote is today.
That's right, David. And voters have been reminded of this every day for the past 2 months in their mailboxes, on their phones. One voter told me that it felt like she was voting today on the direction this country is heading. Election officials tonight report few issues here. David?
And just remember, for those Georgia voters, they were getting calls and texts on the presidential election for months and then these runoffs. So they'll be happy for a break after all this. Steve, our thanks to you. We should mention ABC News Live will have coverage beginning at 7 as the polls close right into the night. And then on the network here in prime time, George and our powerhouse political team with full coverage, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, right here.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.